There's the debut trailer, the recent hour-long gameplay reveal, statements to the press, and then hands-on previews. They all contain a ton of details about Borderlands 3, and with Gearbox Software just getting started, there's likely a ton more heading our way in the coming months. For those not following their news feeds or who want to save time, here are the 30 major gameplay details that you should know about Borderlands 3. Hi, I'm Wes Malik from Pixel Enemy. Remember to hit the bell icon to get all notifications on our future content. Instanced loot. Borderlands 3 features an optional level scaling loot system for cooperative play. This means that everyone receives their own loot based on their respective levels. Sanctuary 3. Sanctuary 3 is a massive flying ship that serves as your player hub in Borderlands 3. It's the only way to travel between different planets and houses a number of returning characters as well as several vendors. Customizable quarters. Sanctuary 3 has a sleeping quarter for each of the 4 new Vault Hunters in Borderlands 3. These rooms are decorated differently in each case and can be further customized as well. Lost and Found. Borderlands 3 introduces a new vending machine that spits out loot you forgot to pick up from previous encounters. Promethea. Borderlands 3 gives you the chance to visit Promethea for the first time in the franchise. The planet is a futuristic metropolis that has been mentioned several times in past installments. Sliding and mantling. There are some new movement mechanics in Borderlands 3. You can slide while sprinting and mantle ledges to reach higher surfaces. Unreal Engine 4. For those interested, Borderlands 3 is the first installment in the franchise to run on Unreal Engine 4. Borderlands the pre-sequel did utilize the new engine as well, but for only its remastered release. Boss fights. There are more boss fights in Borderlands 3 than any previous installment in the franchise. They also have different stages this time around and force you to adapt mid-fight or else perish. Environmental hazards. You can use the environment to your own advantage in Borderlands 3. Oil catches fire to burn enemies. Water conducts electricity. There's also radiation to consider. Slag replacement. All previous elements from the franchise are returning to Borderlands 3 except for slag. It's being replaced with radiation. Launch barrels. You can often find explosive barrels lying around in the wastelands of Borderlands 3. These can be launched into enemies with melee attacks. Ground pound. Remember the popular ground pound ability from Borderlands, the pre-sequel? It's returning with Borderlands 3. Revival mechanics. When down, non-playable characters can revive you in Borderlands 3. In addition, you can revive non-playable characters as well. Steal a ride. You can capture enemy vehicles to add them to the Catch a Ride station. Borderlands 3 features more vehicles than before, and they come in a number of varieties. The new Vault Hunters. Borderlands 3 introduces 4 new Vault Hunters: Amara, the Siren, Zane the Operative, FL4K the Beastmaster, Mose the Gunner. Multiple action skills. In contrast to previous installments, Borderlands 3 has 3 action skills to choose from at the start instead of just 1. They can also be further modified through the skill tree. Children of the Vault. There's a new cult on Pandora called the Children of the Vault that's brainwashing the locals in Borderlands 3. You and the rest of the new Vault Hunters are recruited by Lilith and the Crimson Raiders to investigate the mysterious group. The Twins. Troy and Tyrene Calypso, mostly referred to as the Calypso Twins, are the main antagonists of Borderlands 3. Tyrene is suggested to be a siren. Interestingly, Troy looks to have similar powers. Weapon manufacturers. The old weapon manufacturers such as TDR, Jacobs, Torg, Hyperion, etc. are all back. COV, or Children of the Vault, is a new introduction in Borderlands 3. Their guns have unlimited ammunition and no reloads. They instead use an overheat mechanic and need to be cooled down. Billion guns. Unsurprisingly, Borderlands 3 features a billion guns. It's a looter shooter after all, and Gearbox Software has ensured that there will be no shortage of loot in this regard. Strange guns. There's some weird guns to find in Borderlands 3. There's a walking gun, a gun that shoots cheeseburgers, I like that one, and another that bounces around like a ball. Switching elements. There are some weapons in Borderlands 3 that can switch between multiple elements like incendiary and cryo. In fact, most skill trees feature this aspect as well. Alternate fire. Certain guns in Borderlands 3 have alternate fire modes. An assault rifle, for example, can be toggled to fire micro missiles. Familiar weapon tiers. Borderlands 3 has the same old coloring to mark different tiers. White equals common, green equals uncommon, blue equals rare, purple equals epic, orange equals legendary. legendary. Legendary weapons. The legendary weapons of Borderlands 3 often have unique and completely different mechanics from typical weapons. Hence, they're kind of outside of the tier system. Skins and trinkets. Borderlands 3 has skins for not only characters, but also weapons. In addition, weapons can be equipped with trinkets as well. These are all universal and can be slapped onto any weapon. Campaign length. The main campaign of Borderlands 3 takes about 30 hours to complete if you beeline it. Those who spend time exploring and doing side missions like normal folks are likely to expect at least 50 hours of gameplay time. Microtransactions. Borderlands 3 supports microtransactions through post-release add-on and expansion packs. There'll be a lot of heads and skins to purchase later on. Emotes. Emotes are new in Borderlands 3. They're assumed to be part of the microtransactions package, and more will be released down the road. You can, for example, wave or taunt enemies. Gearbox Software has promised that Borderlands 3 will appear at every other major event coming this year. This includes E3 2019, Gamescom 2019, and others like PAX. There's probably a lot more that we'll end up knowing before the official release. The long-awaited sequel is currently available for pre-order and comes in 4 different editions, including a gigantic collector's edition. Borderlands 3 is scheduled to release on September 13th, 2019 for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC.